All right, guys, what's going on? Happy Friday. God, geez, it is Friday, that's for sure. Finally, right? Finally Friday. Had to get the cap on. Welcome aboard to the Aftermarket Recap. My name is Carlos Garcia, founder and CEO of G.A.R Capital. We do this every day, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, going over the markets with you, answering questions. If you love these videos, please hit that like button. Bottom right-hand corner of your screen, click on that white logo. Turn on notifications and subscribe to our channel. Comment any of your questions, here to help in every way. G.A.R en Español, G.A.R Capital en Español is live on Instagram. Feel free to check out our stories. For those who are primarily Spanish speakers, we put our news and analysis in Spanish for all those who prefer that language. All right, let's do it. Dow Jones closed up, down 0.06%, 2142, pretty much flat. The NASDAQ did gain 1.58%, reclaimed that 14,000 level. S&P gained 0.52%, right at 4,500. Equal weight S&P, flat, kind of like the Dow. The VIX, 4.64%, 2322. That was down as well. Small caps did gain, was higher earlier in the day. 0.43% of 198.38. The dollar index up 0.10%, not much, 95.47. 10-year yields did spike 1.93% after that jobs number. We talked about the jobs number earlier this morning on the morning note. Feel free to check that video out. High yield credit was down today, 0.39%, 83.77. Investment grade bonds fell nearly 1%, 125.45. Taking a look now at some futures. Crude oil is up 1.83%, 91.92. Again, we're still looking for that $100 a barrel level. 266 for gasoline futures, up 0.74%. Gold futures did gain 0.26%, 18.08 an ounce. And then you have silver futures, 22.52 an ounce, up 0.65%. What did well today? Well, Snapchat nearly gained 60% today, 38.91. That helped the high betas. What were the high betas that did well today? Riot, Pins, Mara, Roku, Square, Coin, DraftKings, Space, Zoom, Football, Airbnb, Palantir, Neo, GME, they're all up today. Did I miss one more? CGC, excuse me. They were all up today. So again, if you have those high beta names and you were looking to offload some because you can't handle the swings, now is a good opportunity to do so. We may get a little higher soon. So looking at the technical patterns in terms of S&P futures, we talked about this on Twitter, where I do my live blogging, and I said the retest of that 44.40 level. A retest and a bounce is a bullish level. We were looking for 42.20. What did we hit today? 42.20. Now, the real reason I say this is the fact that now we're creating a base. We're creating a support. First, we broke out of that support back on Monday. We swung high to the highs on Wednesday, came back down Thursday. We retested that first breakout, that 44.40 in the S&P futures, and then we hit again as much as 44.20. We tapped above that 100-day on the 1 hour, came back down, and we sold at 44.85. So I had a question from one of my team was asking me, where does that put you mentally in the market? Right now, short-term neutral, long-term bullish. So short-term neutral, what that means is that, yeah, we could possibly retest 44.40. We're only 45 points away. But again, that is your new support. So again, we may have another double bottom soon, or we can go ahead and just break out to 45.40 and get us a range of 45.81, which would be Wednesday's highs, but we're pretty much in the middle of it. So the last time we had a double bottom was right here, where we had a quadruple bottom. Remember what I said, the longer we spend on a base, on a support level, the more likely we're going to break out. Some people say, oh, it's more likely to break down. The breakdown would actually happen quicker, more than just a one-time deal. So if we double test or retest the bottom on the support, and as long as we hold, that is bullish and that's looking for a turnaround. The issue here is that 45.81 was the Wednesday highs. That was also the highs back in January. Let me see the exact date. January, that would be 22nd, I believe. So again, that was the second leg of that fall before the craziness on Monday. If we do tap that, and that would be a triple top on the top, and we reject that, that's not great for the bulls either. So again, we need to get to 45.81 and cleanly break above to start talking about 46.67, which would get us back to mid-January numbers. Or we're going to go ahead and reject there and retest the base right around 44.38, your 200-day moving average, which again, that is a level to show trend. And again, you see the support level here right at 44.40. We can either double bottom or we could go ahead and just stay in the middle and have a little volatility, as next week we have inflationary data, CPI next Wednesday. So again, more work to be done. Just a special note, the Monday after, not this Monday coming up, the Monday after is President's Day, or used to be Washington's birthday. The market is closed that day. Not this Monday coming up, the following one. That is when the markets are closed. Just a heads up. Okay, so let's take a look at some performance in terms of the actual sectors. Consumer cyclical did gain 2.89% today. Energy gained 1.34%, 1.3% for technology. Financials up nearly 1%, higher rates. We talked about that this morning. Communication services up 0.77%. I did not play the banks today. There was not a lot of volume to do so. All I did was play SPY today, and we caught that with the team. Well done. Consumer defensives down the most, 1%, with real estate down 0.88%. What does that tell you when defensives are down and utilities are down? That we have a risk on sentiment. What does risk on sentiment mean? Where the market is looking for assets that gain higher yields instead of safety. Right now, you can see Bitcoin being a big part of that. A jump from around 37.8 today to around 40,522. Nice day for crypto holders. Here's my crypto portfolio. Let's see how much I'm up today. About 9.78%. Not bad, not bad. It's nice, but we got a little more to go. So again, hold on to your hats and don't celebrate just yet, because we still need to break down this downward trend. And again, this kind of trend line here, which I can't really draw. If we get to 45,000, we break that, and it looks like the worst may be over for Bitcoin. What a great concept, because if you guys have been holding, you have been probably going up and down, up and down, up and down with the market. Let's take a look at the heat maps for the S&P, and then we'll answer some questions. Amazon, the big winner today. Thank you, consumer cyclicals. Tesla gained 3.61%. Facebook fell a little bit, and I bought some more today. 237.09 at around $231 a share. That's where I bought some today. Added to my position. Netflix up 1.13%. Disney is up. MasterCard and Visa were down. PayPal was actually up 1.43%. You can see the banks did very well today. We talked about that with higher yields. Microsoft had a nice day, up 1.5%. Apple down 2.29%. Cloud, CRM, Salesforce up 3.04%. AMD was up today. NVIDIA. So again, legislation was passed to push semiconductor builds in the United States. So again, semiconductors got a nice little boost there. And let's see here on energy, ExxonMobil and CVX. So again, once $100 a barrel oil hits, I will close my XOP position. That's the oil and exploration ETF with Investment Club. We have our levels. We hit our first target today. We did not close. We went ahead and held. So again, we're waiting for our level of $100 a barrel to hit before we close. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Good afternoon, GS. Good afternoon, Belligerent. Thank you for all you do, man. Think we edge higher next week. I feel like SPY's making a cup and handle pattern. Definitely could be the case in terms of SPY, but again, I want you guys to hold your horses. For the most part, we have CPI on Wednesday. If that number is higher, we're going to get 50 basis point rate hike on March, unless the Fed says only 25, and then the market's going to go ahead and shoot the moon and go crazy. So again, right now, I would say short-term neutral. Again, if we closed above 45.20, I would have been a little happier. We hit that, we broke that, but we did not close above that. So again, we had some sell-side pressure towards the end of the session. Hey, Gar, how's Facebook chart feeling? I think it's oversold. Do you see 245 next week? I actually say in about 2 weeks, possibly 260s, I think we'll recapture at least 260. 245 isn't a bad call. I do have some calls on Facebook. The 250s for next week, that was an unusual options activity. I sent that out to the team. So yes, I am bullish on Facebook to bounce back on a way oversold trade session or couple of sessions. Thoughts on BA calls? Let's take a look at Boeing together. Looking at Boeing, needs to break 210. Again, you can see it's been kind of hovering there. So let's place an alert at 210 for that break. If that does happen, or is this 210? Excuse me. Let's go and place an alert there. If we do break above, then I would take a look at the 215 calls or possibly the 220s for a quick trade, but you need to get above 210. But I think we go higher, yes. Thoughts on a long position on Ford? If you like Ford and you like their cars, absolutely go for it. They're doing very well. I think I prefer Ford over GM personally, but I don't own any car manufacturers other than Tesla and NIO. So again, nothing wrong with Ford. If you want to own it, go for it. I think Ford is a good company to own. They've done some great things. Obviously, really embracing the EV. You're getting it nice, a nice little discount here. Maybe if you retest around 1636 and there is a gap to fill there on the daily, maybe. No, there is not a gap to fill. There's a gap to fill to the ups. Actually, no, there is a gap to fill right at 1586. We may fill that first, and then we'll bounce back a little bit more. So forward, we may get a little more of a discount. I would say be patient on it. You're welcome. Appreciate you joining us, Sonny. Would you add Google to your Amazon? When would you add to your Google and Amazon position? All right, let's take a look at Amazon. Amazon, if we can go ahead and retest right around 20, if we can get to 2670, I'd go ahead and buy some. I know I want a deeper discount on this. The way I see it is that until they actually, stock split, that'd be nice. But 2670 is that level below on this range here, that 50% retracement. Again, I'm looking for that to go ahead and buy some more. I don't want to buy in an uptrend. I want to buy in a downtrend. And on Google, my alert here is 2655. There is a gap to fill at 2771, so we may get a crack at it, but that seems to be that support, and then the breakout level on the daily, that's the level I'm looking for. When do you think Roblox calls for next week? Let's take a look at Roblox. It is up today 5%. Again, another high beta name, which I own. Let's go ahead and take a look at the hourly, since we want to go ahead and keep a look at short term. That'll be, let's see here. I thought you were asking for a specific strike. If you get above 64.93, I would probably go for the 70 calls on Roblox with volume. The problem is there is the 200-day moving average right around 66.39. So if you want to just go ahead and be careful and actually move it above that instead, 66.93, I'd have to adjust this. Replace alerts. 66.93 is your 200-day. Let's call it 67. If we can clear that above, then I'd go for the 70s, if not the 72s. 72s would be fine. Can you check for Unity software? It looks good for 112 or a dip by 100. I don't know much about this company, so I'll just give you the technical patterns. Yes, there is resistance right around 112.23. That seems to be the less resistance path, the line of least resistance. So yeah, I would say that we can tap 112 and then reject, if anything, if we don't break, and then we'll go ahead and retest 104.16. So I'd wait for a nice little dip on Unity short term. If you can get to around 100 or 104, I would say that's fine. If you like the company, I don't know much about them personally. So I'm just gonna give it to you real. All right, guys, we're going to leave it there. Have a great rest of your weekend. Enjoy yourselves, and we'll catch you guys Monday for the morning note, and we'll see you soon. Cheers.